Son, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. Boy, you act just like your daddy. Those are common expressions we use to describe not only how a young boy or girl may look like his or her parents, but how they may act just like their parents. Children naturally imitate their parents. In fact, many of the mannerisms and qualities we possess, we copy directly from our parents. Jehovah God knows that it's important for us to imitate faithful examples. As humans, we naturally imitate, copy, or mimic those whose personalities and ways we admire. It's how our beautiful God Jehovah created us. Truly, imitation is a natural part of life. However, our Creator Jehovah knows that imitating others can have both positive and negative results. Therefore, He instructs us to be balanced. But why? Understand that imitation is not a mere means of learning. We draw closer to the people we imitate. To illustrate, think about the bond you have with Jehovah God and His Son, Jesus Christ, because you try to imitate them. Or think of the bond a young boy or girl has with his or her parents because they try to imitate them. Parents will even mention to others specific ways in which their kids act just like them, because we draw closer to the people we imitate. Thankfully, for our benefit, our caring Father Jehovah had recorded for us many wonderful examples of faithful ones in His Word, the Bible, ones who are worthy of imitation. In effect, Jehovah is saying, you want to imitate someone? Then imitate the faithful ones. Yes, imitate their faith. Let's illustrate the importance and benefits of imitating good examples by looking at the faithful servant Gideon. Why was Gideon's faith noteworthy? Even when he faced overwhelming odds, he strictly obeyed Jehovah's direction, regardless of how it sounded from a human standpoint. Here's our main point. If we imitate faithful ones and trust in Jehovah, even when we feel hopelessly outnumbered by our enemies or overwhelmed by problems, we will enjoy Jehovah's blessing and salvation. What blessings did Gideon face? What blessings did he receive from Jehovah? What odds did he face? Let's examine them, and as we do, please use your imagination, get your senses involved, try to feel what Gideon and others with him felt. Put yourself in their shoes, so to speak. Picture that you are Gideon. Jehovah selects you to lead His Israelite army of only 32,000 against the mighty Midianite army of 135,000. How would you feel when Jehovah reduced your army from 32,000 down to 10,000 and then just to 300? You're outnumbered 450 to 1. Would you like those odds? And then picture Jehovah has Gideon and his army camp above the Midianite camp. So as they look out, they see they're not just facing the Midianites, they're facing the Amalekites and the Easterners. When they look across the camp, they're as numerous as grains of sand on the sea, like a swarm of locusts. Would you say that Gideon was outnumbered by his enemies? Faced overwhelming odds? How would you have viewed and handled the situation? How did Gideon view and handle the situation? Do you view it from a human standpoint or with eyes of faith and trust in Jehovah? Let's find out. Please, we encourage you to turn to our theme scriptural text for this discussion, Judges chapter 17. Judges chapter 7. We're going to read verse 17. Judges 7. We'll read 17 and 18. Please leave your Bibles open after we read these verses. Notice clearly how Gideon viewed the situation. Then he said to them, "Watch me and do exactly what I do. When I come to the edge of the camp, you should do just as I do. When I blow the horn, I and all who are with me, you also must blow the horns all around the camp and shout, 'For Jehovah and for Gideon.'" Did you notice how Gideon viewed the situation? Did you notice that Gideon viewed the situation not from a human standpoint, but with eyes of faith and trust in Jehovah? Gideon exercised his faith, his trust in Jehovah, by strictly obeying Jehovah's direction. Gideon was so confident that if you look back at the first part of verse 17, he told the 300 men with him, "Don't fight, but watch me and do exactly what I do." What faith. What trust in our God Jehovah. Now picture that you're one of the 300 men. And the words that Gideon just expressed, that's your battle strategy. To face 135,000,